Sagittarius, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below, and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Something flipped over here. Sagittarius, we got the Tower in the inverse. I'm going to keep that right there. It's going to be an extra card. We're not going to call it the overall theme. We're going to call it the underlying theme. Hot damn, Sagittarius. This is like the fourth really good reading in a row for you, if I remember correctly. So, for your hopes. Now remember, our underlying theme for this entire thing is the Tower in the inverse. This means that the outside disrupting force that shook your foundation and made you question your values is over, and you are now picking up the pieces and putting things back together to build a more solid foundation than you had before. And look at you feeling good about your potential for resources. So aces, and I always say this, are high potential, low resolution. You have the potential to rework your resources, and this is a resource of the material realm: health, wealth, and time management, okay? So you have the potential to rework this, but you have to process it through a framework. And what I'm seeing is that from an emotional standpoint, you feel very confident that you're already headed in the right direction to process this potential energy in regards to your material resources to your benefit. So you're feeling good. And you're hoping to turn around, like I said, a health situation, a financial situation, or a time management situation, possibly all three. Now, in your fears, you kind of feel like in order to move out of the choppy waters into the calmer waters, you have to take a little something off your plate. And you're worried about taking something off your plate because you don't have the faith that things will get done. I'm probably speaking to a Sagittarius who's having an easier time doing everything themselves than delegating something out. Okay? It's easier just to do it yourself than it is to show somebody how to do it so you don't have to do it anymore. Does that make sense? So you fear actually letting go of some of the responsibilities that you have, but you know you need to let go of them in order to move forward. The reality of the situation is that you are managing your material realm better than ever, but you don't feel like you'll ever achieve the goals that you set out, or that those goals are just very, very far away. It's like you have a plan and you're working it so things are getting better, but you have an end goal in mind that seems a little bit impossible or a little far out of reach. This goal that you have involves another person. So you feel stuck. You feel that this goal is out of reach because, like, you're stuck at the end because it involves somebody else, and you don't want to infringe your, you don't want to infringe on this person's free will. You don't want to manipulate this person in any way, shape, or form. You want this person to come along for the ride based on their own accord. You have an idea of where you want to go. And you're flirting with the idea of taking somebody with you. But you're not communicating this idea to the other person, and you feel kind of stuck. Like, it's almost like you don't know how to say, this is what I want to do. Do you want to come along? You know what I mean? So you're doing good when it's coming to the resources of yourself. But this idea that you have of moving forward involves another person. If I didn't know any better, I would say that you're managing your resources just fine. Your health, your wealth, your time management. That's your hope here. So you've achieved that hope. But the fear is you don't want to communicate this vulnerability to this other person. So you're stuck. However, there's something about this other person that has to do with your long-term plans. If I didn't know any better, I would say this was vocational. Now, it could be about a personal relationship. That's very, very possible. But this feels like a very heavy vocational vibe to me. It's like you have the idea, you have the plan, you know what you want to do, and now you have to get somebody else on board in order to make it happen. But in order to do that, you have to express some sort of vulnerability to that person. You literally have to ask for their help. So why not? If you already have a plan in play, why not? I hope you found the message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you next time.